Hi, hello everybody out there on YouTube. This is 444RR. This is a new magic trick called Cobra Kiss. This is a phenomenal trick, but the performance video is not going to be phenomenal because I don't have a spectator here. So we're going to improvise a little bit here with the spectator options, and they're going to be the playing cards. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. But if there was a spectator here, this trick would be more awesome than it already is. So we're just going to shuffle up these cards. So I don't have a spectator. I know the video would be better with a spectator, but I don't have one. So we're going to load one of these staplers with the staples. I want you to see first, though, that none of the staplers are loaded. To load these guys, it's kind of different to load these guys. You pull this black little thing back to load the staples. None of them have staples in it. They just have a spring in the middle of them. And we'll do the last one here. All right. Now, the spectator would load any stapler that they wanted with these standard staples, okay? But since there's no spectator here, one of the whatever card I pick is going to be the one that they load. And they can load any of them. So we're going to shuffle these up again, just so I don't know which card is what. All right, so it's the 4. So most spectators count from left to right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be this one. Now, really, it doesn't matter which one houses the staples. It doesn't matter if I see, because I'm going to mix these guys up in just a minute. Put that back there, and we're going to close up all of these staples here. All these staplers, excuse me. All right. And now we're going to mix them up so I have no idea which one contains the staples. All right, we're going to use my... Whoops, I just dropped one there. All right, pick that up and give it a shake. So now I really have no idea which one houses the staples. You know what? That seems like a good stopping point. All right, and because I dropped a few on the ground and one fell out of the thing, we're going to mix them up again so I have no idea which one has the staples in it. Perfect. Now I legitimately have no idea which one has the staples in it. You know, I mean, it's not my choice. I don't know which one. All right, again, most spectators, like I say, count from left to right, so we're going to go left to right in this trick. Most do. Some do right to left, but I do left to right. All right, so we're going to pick a card. This is going to represent the spectator's choice. I'm going to mix these up here. All right, and that's pretty good. And we're going to have them choose this one. 5, okay? The 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hopefully this is... We're going to... Oh, by the way, here's what we're going to do. Put this right up here. We're going to play a dangerous game of Russian roulette. Hopefully, I don't injure myself. Russian roulette is the game where you try to not find the loaded gun, because there'll be like 5 guns and one will be loaded. So don't get the gun. So one of these staplers is loaded with staples. And hopefully, I don't pick the one with the staples in it. Oh good, this one is empty. That clicking noise means it's empty. Woo boy. All right, let's try again. Let's try again. How about this one? Oh, number 1. Number 1. Okay. Hopefully, number 1 does not contain staples. I would hate to staple my arm. That clicking sound means no staples. All right, let's try again. I'm going to shuffle them up now just so I don't know which one has the, which card's what. All right, let's try this one. Number 4. Number 4. That would have been this one. All right. Hopefully this does not contain the staples. I'm gonna do it in my leg here. Ow! No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. There's no staples in this one. Just kidding. I know, terrible of me, right? All right. 2 cards left. 2 cards left. I don't know which one is which. We're really gonna mix these up here. Okay. 2. Okay, number 2 is the one you've chosen, so we're gonna go with number 3. We're gonna go with number 3. You know what I'm going to staple this to? This is the last one. It's a 50-50 shot. And for this one, right into my lip. Hopefully this does not contain the staples. Oh my gosh, we're good. We're good. Now I want you to see these really do have staples inside of them. And it really does shoot the staples. Let me show you. Let me show you. It really does shoot staples out. Okay, so this is the review of Russian Roulette, or of Cobra Kiss. Sorry, Russian Roulette's on the brain right now. This really is a cool trick. I don't have any spectators when I film. I don't have any spectators around me when I film. So I used a fairway with the card. I thought a fairway with the cards. The trick would have been better with a spectator since I don't have one. That was the easiest thing I could think of. Cobra Kiss is a really awesome trick. This is really good if you do a lot of mentalism in your routine. I don't really do a lot of mentalism, but I do love. I'm fascinated with the Russian roulette trick, which is when we had the styrofoam cups and the big spike. The spectator puts the big knife or the big spike right inside of on a platform. You mix the platform, or the spectator mixes the platforms around. Cups go on top. You smash your hand on the cups, and hopefully you don't puncture your hand. Well, I'm fascinated with that. I made my own version of Russian roulette where I have the cups and I have a big nail, but it just looks so crappy because it was homemade. I had little cardboard circles and it just looked really crappy. This is better. This is a nice close-up version also of Russian roulette. I mean, you can go out and buy the big stage, smash and stab, but this is a really cool trick because you can go and just have a Russian roulette trick in your close-up case. This is a really awesome trick. I love this one. The reaction this thing gets, because like when you go and staple your arm and stuff, and I like doing it in the show where I staple my head, where I put it right against my head and I click it. That's usually what I do on the last stapler. I do that. And I do my lip, too, like I did in the performance video. I like to do my lip as well. But this is a really awesome trick. So this is gimmick staplers. I gotta tell you. Now, the staplers are not gimmicks to not shoot the staples. These really will shoot the staplers. Or shoot the staples, excuse me. These really will shoot the staples out. There can be injury to this when you do this. You can staple yourself. There really is that risk of injuring yourself. The way this is gimmicked, though, is, well, I'm not going to tell you how it's gimmicked, but it is gimmicked to fire the staplers, or fire the staples. They really will fire when you do this trick. Okay, so it really is injury. Got to remind you of that. But you are in complete control. You know which one has the staples. I can't tell you how you know that. You just know that. Okay, but they really will shoot off. I know a lot of people in the demo video that I saw of this trick, people were saying, well, they don't fire staples. Like there's a setting where when you're like touching them and you can lock it somehow so that it doesn't fire. No, these really will fire the staplers or staples. Also, when you do this trick, I read somewhere somebody had said, oh, well, the one with the staples, excuse me, just feels heavier. No, these all feel the same with staples and with not. So that's not the secret either. The secret is not which one feels heavier with the staples in it, because they all feel the same when they have staples in it. Okay, I want to talk about the DVD. The DVD is actually made in Japan. So what this is, or China, one of the two. I'm not a culture expert, so all Chinese and Japan writing look the same to me. Sorry about our Japanese and Chinese friends who watch this video, but I think it's China. I mean, I think it's Japan. I think. I don't know, but excuse me. But I think it's Japan. But the DVD, all of the instructions are in Japanese, but they do have English subtitles. So if you're not a big reader, the DVD is not really for you. But I mean, really, it's not that bad to read the DVD. They have the subtitles on the bottom, and it walks you through. I gotta tell you, the performance in here is really good. I mean, you do a lot of performance in here. They don't just do one performance; they do a couple of performances, and the subtitles are not bad. And it's very easy to follow along too. And the instructions, I'm trying to think of the word, instructions. The instructions are really good too. They're nice and clear and tells you how to do everything. And it even gives you multiple outs too. Not multiple outs, but it gives insurance. Like, the best thing you want to do is have the spectators pick the one with the staples in it at the very beginning. The very first stapler, if they pick the one with the staples, you're golden. But sometimes if they, let's say they're in the middle of the trick and you have already done one stapler, the next stapler they choose has the one with the staples in it. Well, you can't just go like this and say, oh, we'll watch, and then staple yourself, because you don't want to kill yourself. So they give you insurance on how to say, okay, you just picked the one with the staples in it, so we're going to, and they tell you how to get out of that by not stapling yourself, They give you a nice way to get out of that, too. Yeah, so that's Cobra Kiss. It's a very great trick. Again, sorry I'm not having a spectator, but I don't have any with me, so I can't have one when I do this, but it's a great trick nonetheless. I definitely recommend you go out and get it. If you love mentalism or you love the Russian roulette effect, this is a great way. It's a nice close-up size. One other thing, too, about these staplers, these are not regular staplers. As you notice, they're kind of a different company, so they're not the Schwinn style that most people are used to. The staplers you get with the trick are different. They might be these white ones. They might be the Schwinn style. They might be whatever. They're not going to be these guaranteed. So the stapler style varies. So that's Cobra Kiss. Please go out and check it out. It's $49.99 at Magic Geek. I'm sure it's at other places too, but it's Cobra Kiss. It's a great trick. Go out and purchase it today because it's a really killer trick. Cobra Kiss.